Health and Fitness Pedia presents 17 Workout Mistakes. 1. Trusting any person who posts a workout on Instagram. Not all trainers are created equal, especially if you're not used to doing exercise and don't keep an eye on your form. One of the most common mistakes today is following influencers who don't have any training, but who do have lots of marketing behind them. It's like going to a professional who says they can cure you. They're not a doctor, but they do have a marketing package that positions them as a health guru. You believe them and follow everything they recommend without questioning it and without thinking about it. You follow them because it's easy, they've got bright colors and play the hottest tunes. 2. Wearing yourself out to get better and faster results. According to Crespo, lots of people really believe that if you don't get tired, if you're not stiff the next day, or if you don't train at a high intensity and with 100% motivation every day, then you're not making progress or doing anything to make up for being stuck inside, and that will be good for losing weight. In her opinion, this is the greatest myth and lie of the sports industry, insisting that train hard and no pain, no gain are lies. 3. Thinking that sweating means you'll lose weight. Nothing could be further from the truth. You sweat when you get dehydrated, and that's why you shouldn't exercise wearing lots of clothing or in a very warm setting. When you get dehydrated, the same thing happens as when you overtrain. It's counterproductive, and it's also dangerous for your health. 4. Not staying properly hydrated. Water must be by your side throughout the entire routine, said trainer Veronica Costa. Water is more than enough to keep you hydrated. You don't need sugary sports drinks. Unless the exercise is aerobic and lasts a long time, more than 70 to 75 minutes, it makes no sense to drink those drinks. 5. Repeating the same exercise over and over again. Our body isn't going to be better just by endlessly repeating the same workout. In fact, it can be counterproductive. Variety in stimuli is important to avoid strains. Working very specific muscles can create an imbalance with respect to the rest of the body, and that ends up manifesting as a problematic condition. 6. Thinking you're doing it better because you're shaking. Don't push yourself too hard at first or you'll risk getting an injury. It's not healthy for your muscles to shake during a plank exercise and for you to be encouraged to hold on. Always doing everything really fast or getting really tired and finishing with your legs like jello isn't healthy either. 7. Working above or below your abilities. You need to measure your strength to know where both your upper and lower limits are. If you want the exercise to be effective, physical therapist Pablo Olabe recommends getting a heart rate monitor. Then figure out your target heart rate for your age and health status and strive to work in that range. 8. Pushing past your limits to do as many reps as the trainer. There's no reason for you to do the same number of reps as the online trainer who's guiding you. Listen to your own body. The professional has to give you some guidelines so you can learn to monitor yourself on your own. In that sense, you need to measure the perception of fatigue that you get from the exercise or sequence of exercises suggested. It's advisable to stop doing the exercise when you start to feel worn out, but you still have strength to keep going. 9. Not paying attention to whether you have the right form. No one is going to correct your form like they do in guided classes at the gym, so you have to be the one who takes the time to fix it. You can't rely on what you see on the computer screen, so it is recommended doing the exercise in front of a mirror wherever possible. Don't worry if this means you miss a rep or two, because what it really means is that you're preventing a possible injury. 10. Not resting or listening to your body. Rest is part of training and it's really necessary so your body can regenerate tissues and improve bone quality after exercising. It's important to know how to listen to your body when you exercise, as well as when it should rest. If we're not able to listen to it and then the next day we don't stop or we take it up a notch, the only thing we'll end up doing is get injured. 11. Starting without warming up. And doing the exercises cold. The first thing to do before starting any round of exercise is to warm up. It's like getting everything ready to go. The warm-up reduces the risk of injuries, and it's also how you can get the most out of the work you do. Even if you'll only be working out for half an hour, you still need to warm up, either with a specific routine or by doing the first round more lightly. 12. Overvaluing stretching. Stretching is healthy, but it's not a cure-all. Our tissues are made to move. If you don't move, you're not going to make up for the firmness they lose with the lack of movement. That's when your muscles, ligaments, and tendons become more flexible, the tissues rub more freely against one another, and you automatically feel fewer contractions or feelings of tension in different parts of the body, such as your neck, lumbar region, hips and shoulders. That's why, to be flexible, first we need to move and then we need to stretch. 13. Undervaluing stretching. It's not a cure-all, but it is necessary. It's a mistake to skip the stretching after a session, and it's also a mistake not to dedicate entire sessions to doing a good set of stretches. 14. Giving up because an exercise becomes too much for you. You should stop the exercise if it becomes painful, but you can and should continue with the next one. Stop doing that exercise and move on to the next one because you might hurt yourself. It doesn't matter if you skip one. If you can't manage now, you will get there. The important thing is not to get discouraged or give up. 15. Turning on the TV or keeping an eye on your phone. When you do exercise, the best thing to do is to leave your phone or any other distraction like the TV or a book switched off or out of reach. I believe that if you're concentrating on one thing, you can't be concentrating on another. It will be much less effective. 16. Doing an unsupervised class if you're dealing with an injury. YouTube or Instagram classes are good, but be cautious if you have any problems or injuries. Anyone with an underlying problem, back pain, injuries, or who is pregnant should sign up for specific classes and do guided training. 17. Focusing on the scale. Forget about the scale and weighing yourself. It's not good for anything. And even less so if you're not used to working out regularly, because you may end up gaining weight. Muscle weighs more than fat. Just enjoy the movement and forget about the rest. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.